Welcome to Angel's Table. We're having a special episode today because joining me today are my three very good friends, Kathy Dillon Sparkman, Terry Clacko, and Marion Salwin. And I didn't mess up my friends' names. As I was getting ready to introduce them, I thought, oh my gosh, I haven't said their full names in a long time. So we today are going to discuss life after our kids leave home, for a better way of saying it, redefining ourselves and what we do after our kids leave and how do we move forward with life and try to find our way again, so to speak. I mean, I guess I kind of felt that I had to do that. Do you guys feel like you had to figure out what to do after your kids went to college and started their adult lives?
Let me see, after I cried for a month
Right.
and realized, oh no, this is it. I didn't, quote, redefine myself. There were a lot of changes, but nothing that I would say was dramatic or life-changing. What about you ladies?
I just continued on with my job and helped supporting my kids in whatever areas they need to be supported in. And cried. And I miss those days when they were young. I do. Yeah. I really do. But, life is good now too. Mm-hmm. It's fun watching them grow up and be adults and, do their thing. It's kind of really fun to watch. That we've done it.
It is.
We're there and they're doing it.
What I like, I will always say I really miss those little people, but I really like the adults. Because now you have different conversations with them, and I love that. I love the conversations. How do you feel? You've been working all along, right? You've always been a working mom.
Yeah, it's been somewhat dimensional in the sense that I cried a lot too. And then I had to think about, what am I crying for? And it was missing those little kids. But the saying is true. Bigger kids, bigger problems, and as much as I enjoy seeing them growing and asserting themselves to be independent. When things come up, it's huge, and you have to take a step back because you're dealing with an adult. But you're an adult, but you're a parent, and I keep reminding myself of that, to be the parent with this young adult.
And it's interesting because we haven't really had big things. I think we had a lot of our big things when they were younger. But
It's coming.
Stop that! No. I do mentally prepare myself for that. I do mentally prepare myself for that. But okay, now I lost my train of thought. Okay, so I wanted to go back. Now, you said you just continued your job, but you didn't really start your job until
My daughter was in kindergarten.
Oh,
my youngest was in kindergarten.
Okay.
But I did it really slowly.
Yeah.
I was able to do that. I was able to just move slowly, and just as they were growing up, my business was too. So I was able to just continue on that way. So as they moved out,
right. So
I just got busier.
Right. In a way, you have a really ideal situation because you worked into it. And now it's a full-time job, and you still do your mom thing and your really great friend thing and hosting. You do a lot of community service work, and so there's it's not a lull. You don't have any kind of a lull of what to do with your life.
I stay busy.
Yeah,
I stay busy. I like being busy. I like being out there. I like talking to people. And consequently, I think most of my kids, they all like to be out there and talking to people and doing their thing. And problems do get bigger, but as they're adults, I think they are able to work them out a lot too, and it's really nice when they ask us for their guidance. As we were talking about earlier, they're doing that. They're asking us for their guidance, and we've done a good job, all of us. I'm just so you know. Four of us,
I think we have. Yeah.
And what I think I miss a lot too is with the kids when they were little, is we were all hanging out together way more often.
Right.
Because we were at all the same stuff, all the events and everything for our children. It was
the
fun.
difference between that hanging out and the hanging out now is that now we have a lot more. And so I do feel like we party a whole lot. I'm definitely party more, but the the get-togethers are definitely more geared toward our fun as opposed to their fun, and I love that. I don't see any of us slowing down in that fun department, which I really love. You know, like I do hear other people say, oh, I don't want to go out as much as I used to, and I really truly could still go out all weekend long and be perfectly happy with that. No, I don't know if you guys do want to at all discuss what your careers are, just so the camera doesn't go, what do they all do, or do you care? Do you want to talk about your job at all, or just, I mean, you don't have to go into great detail, but just.
Well, I work in healthcare, and I've always worked in healthcare. It kind of changed, and a little bit, but work in the aspect of physician documentation and coding and revenue cycle in healthcare. And I kind of have taken it in different directions, and currently I'm in compliance, but I've always loved to teach others. So I have a separate business, Premier Coding Resources, where I teach others who want to learn medical coding and work in a physician's office.
Which is great.
It's been very rewarding and fulfilling to give to that regard, but it's also been professional growth as well.
Right, that's awesome. No, I'm actually really not sure if you are. You can tell about how you started, because you had an incredible career, and then your life has changed a little bit differently.
Yeah, I took over my father's concrete construction company in 1989. I think my father passed away, and I had been working there. So I continued. It sounds glamorous. It wasn't. I was pouring concrete. I was on the end of a concrete chute for years. Now they're automated, and there isn't a chute person. But I did that for, I think, 15 years, and then I sold the company. It was time just to be a full-time mom. So when my youngest daughter, and I only have two, was, I believe, in second grade, I sold the company. And I dabble in a few things and help my husband once in a while, but for the most part, I don't have a job per se, other than being with my family and supporting them.
Well, plus I was going to use the word mentor, because you work with, well, your nephews, so you've sort of added to your family that you kind of help them with their growing up process too. So even though you're not working as a career, your life is very full. You're still doing a lot.
Oh, yeah. I have a couple of nephews that well, one lived with us. They're from Costa Rica, and one now, he is at the University of Florida, and the other one is at a school in Ohio. So yeah, I'm there for their support too.
Yeah. Go ahead, and
I'm in sales.
you're in sales.
I talk to people.
And she is very, very good at it.
Yeah, sales.
I'm pretty sure that I'd buy most of what she sells, even though I don't need what she sells. I would probably buy it anyway, because she's very good at convincing you.
So I sell ATM machines.
Yes.
Credit card processing.
Yeah.
And I sell service and process.
So the one thing that I find interesting for all of us is that, I mean, obviously this is what I'm doing, and I've said in previous episodes that I manage my daughter's career, and we are in the very, very, very early stages of producing a film. So, and I guess I gradually work towards this as well. You know, working with my daughter, it was, you know, working with her stuff and just growing a little bit more along the way. So when this happened, it's sort of like, okay, yeah, cool, why not? And the idea of sitting home was horrifying to me. I just thought, oh my gosh, everybody's leaving the house now. What am I going to do?
You might have to clean your drawers.
Oh
right?
my gosh, and that still needs to be done. So that's the bad part. I keep thinking, okay, we won't film next week, and I'll clean my closet out. So it does happen. But the other thing is, now what are you all doing? Like, I kind of know what we're all doing for fun, but what do you do? Well, actually, I know that we all get together on a regular basis for dinner or for cocktail parties or voting. What do you do maybe for yourself to keep yourself moving forward and not staying stuck as an adult?
You know, I think I'm doing the same thing.
Are you stuck?
I don't think I'm stuck. I don't know.
I don't think any of us are.
I think, you know, between working, and I've changed jobs twice now in the past 4 years, so that has been challenging, but in the sense of these transitions are huge and they take a lot of energy. And but from there, I seem to see my friends more, and it isn't with my kids, so I get to be gone longer. And I've been traveling a lot more too, and spending more time with my husband. And even going to church, I'm more regular now because soccer games aren't in the way. So
true.
yeah, it
Our
appears.
life was devoted to dance, so the same.
Yeah. So I'm able to dedicate myself, I think, a little bit more, whether it be friends, church, community, or even, going to the gym. And now I can do it regularly without a game getting in the way too.
Or modifying it to 10 minutes because you don't really have the time for it. So.
Yeah, so it's doing everything better and longer.
Right. What about you? Is there anything specifically? I know you're traveling a lot.
Yeah, we travel. We have a place up north, so we get up north a little more often. What I've really noticed, I'm not late anymore. I know I wasn't here on time, but no, you were. Yeah, it was ish. It was ish. But normally I was late. Kathy, you were always later than I. Okay, but I had more time. Maybe it's the point that you can blame it on me now. You used to blame it on the kids, right? But
Yeah, you can't blame it on that now. So what was your excuse today?
Pardon me?
What was your excuse today?
oh, she was on time.
Oh, you were late. That's right. I'm sorry. Oh, and by the way, we did not talk about our clothing, but everybody just came in the same color scheme. Great minds.
Great minds.
So, what about, do you have any creative outlets that you feel like you're using?
I'm on Pinterest a lot.
You are actually, you're,
No, I'm not very creative.
okay.
No.
I'm not on Pinterest at all.
No, I'm not.
Not even a little bit. In fact, when we threw the birthday party, somebody said, "Oh, did you get these ideas from Pinterest?" I was like, "No, I had no idea about Pinterest." And so, I'll get the notifications. You got 10 pins, or your friends are all posting these boards. Like, yeah, I have no clue. I have no idea. I'm not really interested. Partially because I'm creative enough. I do not need you to help me be creative because that is would be overwhelming, and I still do. I would think that for me, with the kids all being gone, the cooking, I would not want to do it anymore. Not want to throw the parties the same way or decorate for the parties the same way, but I can't help myself. It's something that I really just love to do. I love.
Well, you're good at it too.
Yes.
Thank you. I don't know if I am. I play, have fun with it, but thank you. But it's fun. So do you now? Do you have something like that you? I know you're really good at
What
throwing
do you mean? Entertainment?
parties for the summer. That's kind
I
of
do
what
like
you.
throwing parties. They're
Yeah.
fun.
And
Yeah.
just all year too. I mean, that to you is like
Yeah,
Just
it's,
that
I
you
don't
feel
do
that's-
Pinterest though.
No, 'cause-
Out of time, sorry. I'm busy for that one. So I'm not very good on the Facebook, Pinterest thing. No. But I do like throwing parties. I like entertaining, having people over and around and having fun stuff going on. So it's fun.
Well,
I'm better at going to the parties than having the parties. I just never think of it, because I'm busy so much during the week.
well, you're a great guest.
Oh,
Your
thank
eyes
you.
bring great appetizers. And somebody needs to do that. Somebody needs to be the one showing up and making it pleasant for everybody else too.
Right,
It's
we
fun.
like to have a guest show.
Would you like a guest showing
Yeah.
up?
That's what you said.
She called me a lowlife.
Oh yeah, right.
So, are there any recommendations for other moms who might be struggling with what to do with themselves after their kids leave? Because there are some women who really are lost, and none of us are. Maybe that's I don't know if we gravitated to each other because we're not, or if we feed off each other's energy.
Well, you know what? That's what you want. You want your kids to grow up and to leave the nest
Oh my gosh,
and
no.
to be independent, right?
Right,
Yes,
that's what
you
we're
do.
trying to do.
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
exactly
I think it would be worse if your kids were at home and they weren't succeeding or attempting to succeed. Then you'd have something to be
Then you'd be
upset about.
concerned.
Yeah, but I think in this case, when they're going away and at school or working, you've got to celebrate that. That's what you want.
You do.
And
You
not
do.
think about yourself, but think about them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is very true. I mean, I know personally, I'm like you guys, I cry every time anybody leaves the house. My kids come to visit and they leave, and it's like, oh my gosh, I can't leave. I like when everybody's here. The cats like when you're all here. And I mean, I still have one at home, but he's doing his own thing too. So it's hard, when the other two come and go. And, my oldest, he completely has his own life. And when he comes on the weekends and when our daughter's in town, it's like, why are you going home? Just stay here the whole weekend. Why would you go back there? This is a really great place to be. Really happy you have a life, but no, really. So, yeah, I'm that mom. Not really, because obviously that's not what you want for them. But life does change. But I feel like every person out there, after your children leave home, because I feel like we all put a lot of energy into our children to make sure, they had all the right experiences and education and so forth. But I don't feel like I was lost when we started leaving home. I felt like I was just redirecting my time, where if you don't have that, and I really do think that it's important for longevity to have something of your own and have passions, and I feel like mental exercise and physical exercise is so incredibly important, and spiritual, and having a spiritual connection. Those to me have really helped me in my redefining myself, or continuing to redefine myself and learn and grow.
I think it's almost incremental as well, that you take it one step at a time and you almost force yourself. All right, I am going to go to church more. Okay, I am going to go work out on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. All right, I'm also going to get my nails done. You almost force yourself to say, this is what I'm going to do. Even when I was looking for career growth, I could actually think about that. Okay, I can grow my career now. And I want to pick a job where I can travel, because now I can travel more. So I got to expand the boundaries that were there, and there were good boundaries. They were boundaries I made, but I could take them a little bit further because I didn't need to think about the scheduled events or school. So that was good.
Yeah.
To really dimensionally expand those boundaries and grow with it.
Yeah. That the travel thing for me has been my favorite part of the kids not being here. With Pete's job, he's done a lot of traveling. He's gone to some really incredible places. So, he'd say, you want to come along? He's like, yeah, I do, but, there's this thing on the weekend with the kids. Or so, no, I really can't do that. And so now we're taking advantage of that. And it's really been pretty awesome. And we've gone to some great places that we've not had to pay anything for. And it's like, a part of me feels guilty about it. It's like, well, it was paid for, and he works really hard for that, so I don't really feel guilty about it. But like right before this week, I was on a vacation, and I'm not kidding you, the whole time I kept thinking, I need to be focusing on work, I need to be focusing, and no, just relax and enjoy yourself. And I do feel like wherever I go, I can talk about my show and feel like, okay, I did some work.
Well, and isn't it a balance?
Yeah.
And that's what we're talking about. Balance with friendships, balance with jobs, balance with our young adult children and where they're transitioning. I think it's finding a balance, but we always have to be cognizant of it too.
Right.
Where am I today?
Right. Well, one thing I think is really great for us is that we have a really good group of friends, and we have the core group and then extended group, and I feel like we all kind of inspire each other in many ways so that we're not stagnant. And I love that we can go and do just about anything. None of us really go shopping together that much because, I don't know, shopping is not really that priority to me anymore. I really would just rather sit and, out on the lake and chat, or go out to dinner or do something like that. But I do feel like friendships are probably the biggest thing, and the most important thing is you and your husband. But that I think
Throw them in there.
just to hear that. told you one day, I said, okay, now here's the thing. I noticed what happened with my parents, and nobody's allowed to leave the state unless we're all in agreement on it, because everybody moves out of state, and then you're alone again. It's like, okay, I have to start thinking about this. Terry might move somewhere, and so I better start finding some more friends to add to my groups.
Right. So we can all live together in the same.
Because I want to still be, lively when I'm 80 or 100 or whatever the
your
age
friends at
is.
75.
Yeah. So do you have anything that you think to give advice for staying connected to your inner person?
I believe in a God, family, work, and friends, and everything follows through from there. So that's just how I lead my life.
Yeah.
And yeah, just to
And
stay
it
connected
works.
and all of that. Yeah, it works. Community service is huge, and there's a lot of great people out there. People need help, need things, and it's just fun to be connected. And I think anyone that needs to do, if you're just feeling down, community service is the way to go. Just because it makes you feel so much better about life in general.
When you give back, you
I
feel
agree.
better.
You're giving
right?
back? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody should be able to give back, and I know we all do, but there's people that don't, and I think that it would help them to feel better about themselves.
I think that's probably the first place that I would go to if I found myself really confused with life is finding a community service program and maybe a church, which sounds funny coming from me because I am all about God and Jesus, but I don't like churches, and we all know that. So, but I would still, I think I would go to if all my friends, if you all leave, I will probably go to a church. So I will probably,
friends.
yes.
There's great friends
I
in
mean,
churches.
or join some kind of organization that made sense for me,
Right.
Spiritually and so forth, and
It's
but-
interesting doing community service. Even my mom, who worked her whole life, and then she found herself retired, and what was she going to do?
Right.
And that's the first thing she did. She volunteered in the community library, and that opened up so many doors. She was making popcorn on movie night, and then reading stories to younger children. And then she met people, and now she's working the booths at voting time, and
Oh
the
my
list
gosh.
goes on how many
And it's
doors
fun.
opened up
And it's
for
fun.
her. Yeah, and she's very much a part of the community now. So.
I have a cousin doing that. She is 69 years old, decided she was going to go get into the community club down there, and she found herself playing cards with older people. Now she's 69. She's playing cards with the older people, keeping them happy, driving them.
And I don't even
to
think
church.
69 is old.
I know, right? So, but she's 69, and
Yeah.
she's helping people that are 75 and 78, 79, to do things and have fun. And she's driving them places, and a lot of them can still drive, but she's like, picks them up for church, takes them to the grocery store.
That's great. I think
So,
that's
yeah.
great. When I don't even know. I think it was before Pete and I got married. We had, was it? Yeah. Unless we went twice. We went to the Grand Canyon on a rafting trip, and then afterwards we went and we did a tour. I don't know, the bus shuttles. I don't remember. We're in a shuttle bus in the Grand Canyon, which still seems strange to me. And the gentleman who drove the bus was, 70s or something, and we were asking him. I said, yeah, this is how I retired. I figured, what a better way to stay connected to people than take them on tour buses. You meet people from all over the places. And at Disney once, there was a woman working the counter, and she was, I might have been playing Mrs. Claus, I'm not really sure, but same sort of thing, that, she loved, just being there with all the young people, and that was how she was staying physically fit and mentally, cognizant, because I do believe that if you just sit home and do nothing, I think your body and
That's a good
mind,
word, cognizant.
your body and mind starts to shut down.
Yes,
Right.
it does.
And I always remember, and I think she had said it more clearly to me, was that she just felt like she had to be out of the house doing something amongst people. And
So this is true at any age, right?
And
When
it
our
is,
kids
yeah, it
leave,
is.
as we get closer to retirement,
Right.
we
Yeah.
always are pushing ourselves.
right,
Mhm.
exactly. Do you
And
have
that's
any fun?
important. We want to be connected,
Yes.
Right.
Mhm.
in some way. The other thing for me, I have just started running.
Oh, have you?
Yes.
Oh my
If
gosh.
anyone wants to
Yeah.
join
I'm a walker.
me.
I'm a walker.
I was a walker.
I know.
Would you? I used to run.
Well, I'm a really slow runner, though.
I am too. I'm
Oh,
just
okay,
getting
well,
back.
you were.
And
Well,
in
Like
college I ran, for fun.
Wow.
And for the last few years I've been walking. And the problem with walking is it takes too
So
much time.
Well,
So I
this
said,
is
all
why
right.
I think I walk faster than I.
I do. I actually do.
Yeah.
So it's been fun. It's been a challenge, and I enjoy it a lot. So if you want to
Me too.
run, we can start running, okay?
Yes, I'm also taking ballet classes, you know.
I know.
And
Look
I-
at that.
I just,
I know.
oh my
That is
gosh,
awesome.
I love my classes. I really do. I feel like, in fact, when I was hiking last week, I realized the hike was incredible. We did an 8-mile hike, and I just wanted to keep on going. And I think because everything just is stronger, so it's really great. All right, any final notes from anyone before we close
Just,
our conversation?
Thank you for the wonderful conversation.
Yes.
And you know, it really does, from my standpoint, not only applaud us, but celebrate where we go in life, right?
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's
Enjoy it,
important.
Yeah.
savor it.
Here's to good friendships.
It's a good friendship.
Thank you.
One of the best. And thank you for joining our conversation today. We're good.
That's a tape.
That was fast.